Today's myth that I brought you guys is that programmers never get girlfriends. Doo-doo. Guys, I think the first thing we're going to do is understand the definition of what is a girlfriend, guys. What is a girlfriend? Who wants to define what a girlfriend is? You don't need a programmer for this? Oh. A friend who is a girl. I need you. Significant other. Anyways, girlfriend. Girlfriend, obviously, you know, is someone that you're dating, having a relationship with, a loving relationship with, something much more, like with. So there's always been a myth saying programmers never get a girlfriend. So is it intended? Do they not get it because they have no time? So we mentioned a couple of videos ago saying that programmers, when they go on a dating thing, their job is known to be a nerdy job, and that lots of people kind of view it as a nerdy job. So when you're at a blind date, they can hear it as, it's kind of like, is it really worth listening? Yada, yada, yada. Actually, let's start with where this myth actually came from. So maybe, I don't know if it's never get a girlfriend, but can't get a girlfriend. I'm not sure which myth it is, but I'm just thinking initially, long time ago, since programming job was a nerdy job back in like 1990, something, back old times, because they're always on their computers, people would say, that person is married to their computer, right? So then they're like, oh, since they have to be on their computer 24/7, since you never know if the computer is going to explode or not, that they don't have time for girlfriends. Now, let's talk about 2022. So in 2022, what I'm thinking is, does programmers never get girlfriend? Is this now still true? So you guys are also saying since they don't socialize as much. But there are other jobs. I mean, we talked about this last stream where are programmers introvert or extrovert? But that actually doesn't matter because there's both. We're talking about social anxiety. Is that also another thing? I'm not sure. And so here, from all of my programming friends, raise your hand if you have a girlfriend. Let's do a poll to see. Only answer if you guys are programmers. We have to dive into this matter of why you guys don't have a girlfriend. So another issue that people are saying is programmers never get girlfriend because they are an expense, or they prioritize their lives differently. You know better than anyone how much grinding it takes to have a girlfriend. So actually time might be another issue because it takes so much time debugging. But honestly, I know we have limited to just programming and I'm just waiting for the answer to be finished. But I'm also thinking, you know how I know we also concluded, I mean, you guys are saying socializing, but maybe this might sound very rude to a lot of programmers, but I'm wondering, I always find programmers always staying at home. So, and then if you get a girlfriend, you have to go out a lot. So my question is, maybe programmers actually just don't want to go out, so they don't want to have girlfriends. And they don't want to go on dates. While we were talking about why programmer wasn't getting girlfriends, there was a poll and it resulted in 78% no, they don't have a girlfriend versus 22% who has a girlfriend. Being a software developer takes code, sweat, and tears, so you don't have time. Now do a poll for non-programmers? Oh, non-programmers. Who has girlfriend? Why you gotta expose the non-programmers? Because we'll like to see the comparison on percentage. I want to kind of go through the reasons that you guys said to me and see if this is actually a legitimate excuse of why you guys shouldn't have girlfriends. So socializing, I said no earlier because come on, other there's there's also extroverts And there must be some programmers who like to socialize outside of, their computer life. Expenses, I do agree with this. Dating does cost a lot of money, so I highly, take this. I do agree with this. Prioritize life differently. Do you guys actually prioritize life differently? Because honestly, when you finish work, so then you don't really go back programming. I'm guessing you guys do other stuff. What is that stuff? What is programmers' hobbies? Maybe that's where the issue comes, because maybe programmers' hobby is more like being at home or not doing a lot. So they do most of those instead of meeting people outside, making them unavailable to date someone. So you're on Twitch. What else do you like to do on your free time? Let's say you finished work. 8 hours of programming, 9 hours of programming. What else do you like to do? So we heard sleep, game, Twitch, 3D printing. For programmers, you actually have to study. Really? Oh, that's true. My friend also has to study a lot. So for my non-programmers, we have 71%, no. 29%, yes. Wait, we actually have people who's a couple? No wonder you guys are watching me. I've also read there are a lot of people in the field that only treat it strictly as a job and never think about this stuff at home. That's true. That's also true. But I'm guessing, well, what I was wanting to say about this prioritized life difference, which ties into timing, is for the fact that if you do mostly stuff home, or if you like to do stuff alone time where it doesn't take a lot of time, it's really hard to get a girlfriend, So maybe that's why I wanted to conclude saying, since a lot of the things that you guys did mention to me as a hobby is doing things inside your house, it's really hard to meet other girls outside, because to meet other people, you need to go outside, see people, meet people. But if you're doing everything like being at home, if you're sleeping, if you're gaming, if you're watching Twitch like me right now, there's no way you can meet someone unless, I guess, online dating, maybe? Yeah, if you could find a girl that won't leave you, that'll be interesting. That would be something that I can conclude by saying programmers never get girlfriend, and that programmers are always home. So that's why I still think this myth is continuing, since you have to find that exact girl. But if you're always going to be home doing other stuff like gaming or doing a lot of hobbies that involve being at home, there's no way that they could still find a girlfriend. But now what I wanted to kind of transition is that we concluded the fact that 71% also said no, and these are non-programmers. So maybe in real life, the myth can be busted by saying, maybe just in general, overall, these days, it's really hard to find. Here's my argument. The girl who are also programmers probably stay at home a lot too. So it's not just guys or whatever. That's true. So maybe just this myth can somewhat be busted in saying that if you're actually a programmer who likes to go outside, you may be able to find, but programmers usually have home hobbies since they like to, do a lot of being at home and everything. So that's probably why this myth is still out there and that they are still continuing this day. Do you guys agree with that? So as you guys know, it's not just girls or guys, it's both. And if you guys are really interested in finding a partner, I do recommend that you guys are outside, because guys, if it's 80 to 20 who has no girlfriend, then I think this myth still is continuing. Fit people are at gym, but no one wants to be bothered at the gym. What are you talking about? But here's the thing. Fit people actually get to go outside and go to the gym. And there's also girls there. Like, it's an open area. But programmers outside of work, if they're only on their computer, how are they gonna meet girls? Twitch? You think you can meet a girl on Twitch? The only people you guys are watching are girls. And if you're watching a girl streamer, there's no girls who watch girl streamers, or it's really rare. So highly recommend you guys exercising. I think there's basically a meme about not bothering girls at the gym because they just want to finish their workout and don't feel nice because they're sweaty. Oh, that's also a good point. But you know, like the girls going to the gym. Like, not while you're running. Don't, it's like this, when you're doing exercising, don't go up to them, but when they're done and they're about to leave, then you could ask. Or when they're just coming in, they're fresh, they're not sweaty at all. Here's the thing though, the big companies have gym on site. Oh, so you go to the company gyms? Girls never want to be bothered. It needs to be a natural moment to comment something, and it turns. Yeah, well, like, here's the thing. If you're running, like, if she's on the treadmill and you talk to her, now that's rude. If she just got to the gym, or if she's, like, exercising, or she's about to be done, then you could kind of be like, oh, hi, like, I've, you know, I think we, like, met before, or be like, hey, like, I've noticed, blah, 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 like, you want to go out and get some coffee someday? Like, that's chill. That being said, I think this myth is not busted, unfortunately, and the fact that still, to this day, 78%, almost 80% of guys, programmers, have no girlfriends or their significant others is not problematic, but it'll be great to have some type of social life experience. But that not only goes to programmers, but also to those who have 71% said no, that they don't have a girlfriend. So maybe, you know, step out from watching Twitch or any of those hobbies like sleeping, gaming. I mean, studies is a good thing, but, you know, go outside, enjoy the sun. And that's all for why do programmers never get a girlfriend? Because they are, they like to be inside their house. So that's all. Thanks, guys.